Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. Are you there? This is why we are objecting that certain people should not be at the helms of affairs in Nigeria, especially the topmost seat. We've experienced Buhari's 8 years, and can you imagine that we don't know where INEC's president-elect is right now? We've not seen him in the news for a while. We don't want to face what we faced during Buhari's time. No, a president that is supposed to be at the helms of affairs in the country took all the time that he should oversee the country to treat himself. And you understand that there are no good hospitals here, so they had to go outside. We don't want what happened during Buhari's time that is about to expire to repeat again. And from what it seems, Buhari is stronger than what is coming. Meanwhile, let me play this video first and we'll be right back to analyze some things. Where is your president-elect? Where is he?
Nigerians are asking, where is your presidential candidate Bola Tinubu? In fact, they're also asking, members of your party are saying, where is your national chairman? He seems not to be around. Felix Moka is the National Publicity Secretary of the APC. He's been speaking with us. Thank you so much, Mr. Moka.
Thank you.
Where is your presidential candidate?
Traveling.
Where?
Traveling. Traveling in Europe.
Is he all right?
He's fine. He's fine. He's, after the election and all of the energy expended and the time, he just decided to take a moment of rest because, once he returns and is inaugurated on May 29th, there will be no dulling. He will be, saddled with the responsibility of running a country as massive and as, complex as Nigeria. I think after, nearly a year plus of just being on the road, of being on his toes, moving around the country campaigning, I think he deserved a moment to just, some time out, to rest and prepare for this massive assignment which Nigerians have handed him, and which he's, prepared to take very seriously, to govern this country. So yes, he's out there, just getting some rest, and will return very shortly. I know he'll be back in the country, very, very shortly.
There are a lot of speculations whether this is a medical rest or this is just a normal rest, and why that is happening in Europe.
Well, it's a normal rest. Look, you and I know, even you just finished speaking with the honorable member who is aspiring to be Speaker of the Federal House. She can tell you for free that there's no such thing as, an easy time here in the country. Because, he is the president-elect. As you know, there are many people, hundreds, if not thousands of people who are looking to see him for one thing or the other. This is the lobby season, if you will, for the new government that's about to be formed. So, if he's here, I doubt that he'll be able to actually get the kind of rest that he deserves because of the pressure and the sort of people, the crowd of people who would want his attention for one thing or the other, and he can't refuse all of them, without again offending everybody. But when he's not in the country and he's just taking a few days of rest, I think that's deserved. But
you are aware that it's not just Bola Tinubu as a citizen. It's now a public attention of the public. He's asked for that job, and Nigerians will be looking out for him wherever he goes.
Absolutely.
The question is how so comfortable it is for him to just be in Europe, and he's been there for a while. Those who have said, look, and a lot of criticism on his decision to be in Europe anyways, to say, look, those critics have said, maybe there are some questions about his state of health, and they say, oh, we said it, that really this is the situation. And would they need some convincing to about the present or the situation of your candidates traveling? Or the president-elect traveling?
If the president-elect, were in Nigeria, if he was here in the country and was not seen in public, no appearances on the media, the same speculation will happen.
I'm not sure. Are you sure about that?
No, I'm saying, if he was here and he was
more comfortable than the fact that he's abroad taking medical treatment, and the fact that he's at home, he doesn't want to see anybody.
Look, if the president-elect, was unwell and he was in the country taking medical treatment, he will still be out of sight and maybe not making public appearances. But the fact is that, you've seen pictures and videos of him taking walks. I mean, his strides didn't appear to be anyone who is bedridden or who is, in bed, convalescent. No, he is well. And he is taking a rest. I have campaigned.
Do you blame Nigerians who are skeptical?
No. I don't blame Nigerians.
We have a past.
I'm not one of those who blame Nigerians for anything. I don't blame Nigerians.
There was a time that Nigerians were told that the president at the time was paying squash.
See, look.
So there is a background to it when Nigerians become critical of the well-being of their leaders. And perhaps another question would then be the preparation to take over office.
He's where he is, he's preparing intensely. I'm aware of that. All of those who are necessary, and relevant to his preparation have access to him, whether digitally or physically. And he's working where he is, even though he's resting, but he's, making preparations for the job ahead.
Mr. Moka, I know you are a reputation manager for your party, but you know what the optics are at the moment. How convenient for political leaders to rest out of their country. They found it more restful to be outside of their country that they are proposing to lead than to be in the country that they want to share.
No, that would not be a fair assessment.
No, I'm asking you as a question.
No, I understand that. Nigerians who say that leaders shouldn't go outside the country, on a holiday or to rest or to take time off to, be outside the country. I think that's actually.
But your members have criticized Atiku Abubakar, for example, for staying in Dubai.
He lives in Dubai. He's not out there on a rest. He lives there. So he's resident in Dubai.
So that's what I'm saying. That the optics does it favor your candidate for being at the first time. Easily being outside of the country to take a rest.
So Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president-elect, does not live outside the country. He lives in Nigeria. Everyone knows that. He simply took a trip for a little while to. And when I say rest, it doesn't mean it's a working rest. Because, even in his rest, he is also taking the time to reach out to, heads of governments and other levels of leadership of other countries that are vital to the agenda that he's, bringing, in his, new government. So, he's there doesn't mean he's just, sleeping in his bed. He's also, in meetings regularly with, all kinds of people who are traveling from other countries to see him preparatory to his inauguration. So, it's a working visit. And at the end of the day,
so just be aware, Mr. Moka, that Nigerians are critical. Nigerians in this age and time are different from the Nigerians of 10 years ago. They are more critical now. They're more interested in policy and governance issue. Yes, I think so, and I know so. The figures say so. There's more participation in our politics issues. So now things are a bit more different. And so they will ask questions about the leaders, those who want to govern them, those who request, those who say they want to lead this country, and they need to answer to Nigerians.
And they're justified. Every Nigerian who asks tough questions about leaders and asks for justification, they are absolutely, within their rights as Nigerians to do so. Look, all I'm saying is that this, president-elect, by everything he has done throughout all of the campaigns, he didn't, I think, shirk in his, duty to, do what he needed to do as, a candidate. Now that he's, been elected, between his election and inauguration, it's about the only time that he's going to have to do anything, to go anywhere as, a citizen. You and I, we take holidays. Sometimes we decide to go to Calabar or go to Ekiti. But sometimes also, we decide to actually, get on the plane.
So he's been out since the 22nd of March this year.
He's entitled to that rest.
Yeah, he's been out since 22nd of March for this rest you're talking about.
And I said, by the way, you just happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So, so I was going to say that, do you know what the optics will be, for example, if you hear that the president-elect is in Yankari resting, or he's in Nkogosi resting? Do you know what the optics will be?
No, I don't rule that out. I don't put that behind him. So he has 4-year term.
So and nobody is holding grudge. I mean, having any grudge against anybody leaving the country to do any business. But the question is, if you say you want to lead Nigeria, you must also love Nigeria.
You must. No, he loves Nigeria.
And I don't question that. But the point is that we need to show it.
He's showing it, and he will show it. But that does also not mean that because he's president-elect or because he's president, he will never go.
So tell your president, tell him that Nigerians are asking. He should show, he knows. He's now a president-elect. He's no longer your candidate.
I know, he knows.
Where's your party chairman?
The party chairman is also, he's
taking rest.
He don't have to travel. He's taking up to travel. He's a citizen, he's entitled to.
I'm not about that.
Freedom of movement,
Have you heard that? Did you hear that? Hey, I want to ask Nigeria before we continue again. Please, where is your president-elect? Do you know where he is? Do you know where he is? Make this guy no losing work. How can you bring a deep mother like this and ask him such question at this particular point in time? Meanwhile, I have not heard that maybe Biden or president of France, after having won the election, I've not heard that he traveled to Nigeria to holiday. Yeah, so have you heard that? Maybe UK Prime Minister, after taking over, he went to Nigeria to have some rest. You better tell us the truth too. We don't want to experience another Buhari situation. Travel. The president will continue traveling for medical checkup. I remember a time Buhari almost left for. It's more than a month that he left. And Nigerians are looking for their president. It will be a case of missing president. A pastor even said it. A case of missing president. Vacancy in Aso Rock. Please, there's a vacant position, the position of a president. Make una kuku give the man where people say he win. The power. The man that is full-fledged man. He is still agile. He is still agile and youthful. Make una kuku allow him to take over what he want. I don't understand though. We have not even started. Okay, they said it was since 22nd of March that he left. And this man is here disgracing himself in the name of defending. Hey, he said he's doing several maybe consultations. He's on a working visit. He's talking to Biden. Give me American format so that I'll come and rule Nigeria. Hey, not too bad. They go see. Hey, Nigeria. And don't be surprised that throughout the tenure of, depending on who is the president after May 29, Buhari kept receiving medical treatment abroad. He didn't build such hospitals here. In 8 years, Nigeria did not make money to build such hospital that takes care of him. The hospital must be in UK. Despite what we had, that there is a brain drain here, that our doctors are being exported. Let me call it exported. Can you imagine what we hear in this particular country? He wants to go and get sufficient rest, and that sufficient rest is only obtained in the UK. They here. Okay, let's assume he's been he lives in Lagos. He can come to Abuja and take that rest, unless there is something these guys are hiding. Yes, so unless there is something they are hiding. We also had your party chairman has disappeared. All of them are arrested. Meanwhile, there is no problem with that of the party chairman. They can change him. But we're talking about the number one man of this country if it happens that he becomes president. As at this time, he is still resting. And they said it's on a working visit. There's nothing we will not hear in Nigeria. Everything about APC is, cock and bull story. I'm sorry to say this. That's what we have been seeing. And it became worse from the time of from the time he declared interest that he wants to run. From buying delegates, oh my God. What we find out in this country. Can you imagine? And this guy is here. Anyway, I don't blame him. He has to say something. I wish he had known earlier that these are the questions that will be waiting for him in the studio. He will not reply Okubalo, Shego Okubalo. He will not even go to that studio, because what I saw there was a mess. He messed him up. He went to rest after election. Can you imagine the stories you are telling Nigerians? Nigerians are asking questions. Can this man be at the helms of affairs? These were questions that a lot of people considered even before voting. They want somebody that will be fully in charge, not somebody. It's just like having a gate man and you have to guard that gate man at night. The gate man is supposed to guard you and you have to guard the gate man. You are the one protecting the gate man. The gate man doesn't know his work. That's the case of what we're about to see. That happened with Buhari too. President-elect. Okay, when he becomes president, 2 weeks out or 1 month out, he's gone for medical checkup. Is that what we bargained for? That is why some people were like, it's not that he doesn't have a foresight, Tinubu. There are certain things he achieved while as Lagos governor, but people were looking at age is not on his side, and he's also not strong. He's frail, and people consider this while voting. And some people are hypocritically, people who condemn Buhari, that Buhari is old and weak. Same people are hypocritically imposing Tinubu on us. He decided to rest overseas. He's making preparations overseas. He's making consultations. A lot of people are going to see him here, and it will not be easy to attend to all of them. So he has to run away, where he will attend to less. Meanwhile, he still said they can assess him, his officers that can assess him. Come and finish what you started, though, Mr. Man. You think it's easy. I have studied people who has held political positions. When they go in and after their tenure expires, you realize they are worn out. It's not easy. You'll be reading a lot of scripts. Anyway, viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on this particular one. Add your comment. Tell us what you think. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates. Bye-bye for now.